Hey everybody, welcome back. Steve Got It Pool here. Uh, so I just wanted to make a video. This video here, I'm measuring this pool for a safety cover. So this is going to be a start to finish video on how one person can measure this pool for a safety cover. So we're going to pretty much just kind of start now and just follow along. All right, so the first thing when you show up is you have to make your AB points. So I have these long rebars that I'm going to use. I also have these buckets that I have made. In some situations where you can't pound the rebar into the ground, you can use a bucket filled with water, put it on the patio, and you can either use one of these. You can slide the rebar down the slot, and that can be your A point as well. So in this situation, what I'm going to do is I got a tall rebar, and I'm just going to pound it somewhere on the edge of the patio right here. And this is my A point. All right, so that's pounded in good. It's nice and straight. It's not crooked. Maybe a little bit, but not much. So now, what I'm going to do is measure over, and I'm going to pick my B point. Now, your AB line. All right, real quick, I actually have a little raised area over there. So I'm going to raise up my tape measure and put a clamp so that way the tape measure doesn't bend around this area. So your AB point should be 2/3 the length of the pool. And the line that I'm creating here, you see there's a line that I'm creating. This line should never intersect the pool. So I would never pick my B point like this. See how the line intersects the pool? That's not how you want to do it. The line should never intersect the pool. So I'm going to pick a spot somewhere in this area here. And I think I'm going to go with 22 feet. I'm going to go right on the edge of the patio. So that way when I'm pulling on the tape measure, it's pulling on the concrete and it's not bending. Okay, that's my B point, 22 feet. Just check it a little bit. All right, that's my B point. So now I have my A and my B point established. And the most important thing now is to write that number down on your paperwork. And we're going to take a look at my paperwork now. I hope everybody likes the hat that I'm wearing. It's a shout out to Swimming Pool Steve. He's one of my favorite pool content creators on YouTube. I'm sure some of you are already subscribed to Swimming Pool Steve, but if not, check him out. So my distance from A to B is 22 feet. So I write that down on my paperwork. Okay. So now what I need to do is I need to go around and I need to make all my points on the pool. So to do that, I have my chalk. This is, sidewalk chalk that you would find, that the kids would make hopscotch with. And I'm going to go around and I'm just going to kind of make points. So if you want to, you can follow me around. My cameraman will bounce back and forth, showing you some of the floaties and showing you some of the pool and different angles and things like that. He does a really good job. The cameraman here is Tom. He's my new helper. So number one, we're just going to go right here. And what we do is we make a little X. write 0.1. Okay. Now we'll go here. That's 0.2. So basically that's all I'm doing is I'm going around and I'm making points. I'm looking for, you know, certain points, and these certain points you're going to see we're going to come to, and you can kind of see the distance that I'm spreading them apart. I hope I have enough chalk because this patio is a little rough. I'll try to write smaller. And we're on number 8. So if you're just tuning in for watching me for the first time, welcome. For those of you who have watched me before, welcome back. And this video here, we're measuring for a safety cover. So right here, the patio, the elevation changes on the patio here. So what we're going to do is the elevation change, the elevation change still matches the face of the pool. So I can still draw out the shape of the pool even though it's raised here. So, but we're going to make this point where it's raised the number 10. And then we'll keep going along. Now it's going to be real important that what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making a drawing of this pool. And I'm not the best artist, but I do the best I can. But it's real important in the drawing that you're showing the points where these elevation changes are. And now here we're back to the other elevation change. And we'll end up giving them the height of this elevation change. It's important to let the cover manufacturers know if it's a concrete patio, if it's a paver patio, so that they can send the appropriate items with the kit. So 16 is going to be here. And we just kind of keep going around. My chalk is getting really low. Let's see. How many people think that the chalk is going to last? My helper says he thinks I'm going to make it. Do you agree or disagree? I think it's going to be, I think I'm going to make it too. It's going to be close. So here around this curve where this little seat is, you can see my points I'm bringing closer together. There's, you know, because I want, when they draw the shape on the computer, I want them to be able to, even here, I'm going to put another one here. So that way when they make their points and they draw, you know, and they connect the dots, they can get that shape better. Some of the wider radiuses, like you see in the shallow end, those are the ones that can be spread out a little bit. If you have a straight line, you can technically go from end to end with straight lines. The people that make them told me that personally. So we'll just keep going. We're almost done making our points. And so when we're done with our points, that's when I need to make my drawing. And I think I'm going to try to have my cameraman come in on the paperwork when I'm doing the drawing, so that you can kind of see how I draw things out and what level of a drawing is acceptable for the guys that make them. Of course, they appreciate any extra work. So 31 points on the pool. So we're not done. Tom wanted to know how much chalk I have left. I'm just lifting this up to see if there's any, you know, special features in the concrete or anything. So we have a total of 31 points for the pool. So now what we do is we need to mark out the spa that's over here. The spa has the unicorn floaty. We got the pineapple floaty. And I'm not sure what that is. He almost looks like Sonic the Hedgehog, but all right, so we'll make 32, 33, 34. I'll skip that spot. 35. I think the chalk's going to make it. 36. 37. 38. It's not really an 8. And we'll go 39. So we made it on the chalk. There's about, I don't know, 1 inch, 3/4 of an inch left. We made it. Okay. All right, we got to come. I think I'm going to end up doing my drawing somewhere in this area here. Actually, I typically like to draw it from the shallow end so that I'm looking at the pool as I'm drawing it on the paper. So let's come over here, Tom, to the shallow one. I'm just going to make my drawing on the back of my paper. And Tom can maybe zoom in on the paper as I'm drawing so that everybody can get a good laugh at how I do this. All right, that's not the best drawing in the world, is it, folks? I'm trying here. That's our A. Our B's over here. We put in the drawing 22 feet. All right. So now what I'll do is I'll give so we know that point number 3 is right here. We know that point number 2 is right here. We know that point number 1 is right here. And then right here on point 31, we have an elevation change in patio. So we're going to kind of draw that out over to this point here. And we write patio elevation change. And we say height. We'll make a little spot in here. And we'll end up writing the height of that. So now we come over to this spot right here where we were. And the patio. The patio's all up in here. It comes back to this area here. Same thing. Patio elevation change. And then we write height. And then we'll fill that in afterwards. This is a spa. And we'll end up putting some points around there. So now that we have that, we know that this is point 31 right there. So let's follow around. We know that point 6 is here. And we know that point 9 is here. And we know that 10 was this point here on the patio elevation change. So now we're just going to give them this point here, we'll give them this one here, and we'll give them a couple around the hot tub. Okay? So we know that right about here was point 13 on the pool, and then right behind it was point 39, and we'll write that inside the hot tub. We know that point 36 was here. We know that point 33 was over here. So we've given them some measurements around there. 16 was the other side of the patio elevation change, and 26 is this one here. So at the very end, this is the drawing that I've made of the pool. Okay, this is acceptable for a professional pool guy to send in to have them draw it out, I assure you. So if it's acceptable for me, it's acceptable for you as a homeowner if you're doing this for your first time. And I only laugh because I'm not the best artist in the world, but at least I think they'll be able to make sense of it once they actually draw theirs. So now that that's done, we're going to go around and we're going to start measuring the pool. And I have a different page, and I'm gonna let you zoom in on the page here and get a good view of this. This is a typical measuring sheet for ABs. We had these made up ourselves, so looking at that, maybe you can make one of your own or something like that. So, you know, this part's going to be a little boring, but what I need to do is I need to lower my tape measure now, so that way we're at the height, and then once we get to the elevation change, we'll raise our tape measure on this end a little bit. Here we go, I guess. Let me try to get this tape measure kind of spread out a little bit so I can kind of go around. It's probably going to fall in the water a little bit, but oh, maybe we'll try to make it to here. All right, folks. If you like numbers and you like hearing numbers, this is going to be a video you're going to want to watch. Because there's going to be a lot of numbers here. Here we go. We're going to call it 4 foot, 4 3/4. 4 foot, 4 3/4. We got 5 foot 2. 5 foot 2 inches. We got a hook on our tape measure around this little floaty here. His name is Big Joe. Big Joe Floaty. We're on number 3 now. We're going to call it 9 foot 6.5. 9 foot 6.5. Number 4. We're going to call it 14 2 3/4. 14 foot 2 3/4 inches. Let's call this 17 2.5. 17 foot 2.5 inches. We're going to call this one 18 11.5. There's going to be certain numbers that if I hit, it's kind of like when you win the bingo, and you know, certain numbers get called and people ring their bell. I have certain numbers that when I hit a measure in pools, same thing happens. So maybe that'll happen, maybe it won't. Either way, we got to focus. We're on number 7, 19 9. 19 foot 9 inches. We'll come on the other side of the basketball hoop, and we're going to hit 21 6 3/4. 21 foot 6 3/4. We're coming up on number 9. Number 9, 24 foot 6. 24 foot 6. All right, so now that we're on number 10, we have this elevation change. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the tape measure, and I'm going to hit all the numbers up here, and the ones for the hot tub and everything like that. Hit them all in one shot while I'm here. If you do something like that, it's just very important that you make sure you're writing the measurement that you're getting on the correct number that you're reading. So we're about that high, and that should be good. We're on number 10. Birds are chirping in the background. And Tom, you want to say hi to everybody? No, you can just, yeah, there you go. Here, yeah, let me.
Hi, everybody.
That's good. He did that all on his own. He's saying hi to everybody. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the show. That's right. All right, folks. Let's focus. 26, 7 3/4. 26 foot 7 3/4. Number 11. 27, 9.5. 27 foot 9.5. Double check that. All right. We're gonna hit 27 5 1/4. 27 foot 5 1/4. Right behind it is 39. 39. 28 6 1/4. 28 foot 6 1/4. Okay, we're gonna shoot number 13 here. Here we go. 27 foot 4. 27 foot 4 inches. Right behind it we have 32. 32 is 28 inches. All right, we're gonna step over here and we're gonna do number 14. We're getting 28 4.5. 28 foot 4.5. All right, we'll go back to 33 now. Hello, how are you today? 31 foot 3/4 of an inch. I don't know about you, but I think that was really talking to me. All right, we're on number 34. 33 7 3/4. 33 foot 7 3/4 inches. And that's right. Measure twice, cut once. I occasionally like to recheck. 35 foot 2. I mean, seriously, when you're dealing with this many numbers, sometimes that pineapple there. That pineapple. Let's see. We are on 36. Does anybody know who knows the rumors on the pineapple? 34 foot 7. If you know the rumors on the pineapples, chime in. Because I do. I only know. 32 7.5. And we are on 38. 30 foot ½ inch. Okay. Now we're gonna go back to the pool. And I think I gotta leave that tape measure raised up still for this section. And we are on number 15. So let me open up my tape measure a little bit so maybe I don't have to drag that around anymore. We're on 15. And 29.9 inches. 16. 30 foot 6. 17. Oh, it's so close to call it 30 foot. But it's 29.11 1/2. No whole numbers yet, folks. No whole numbers yet. We're going to call this 28.8. 19. We're going to call it 26.7. 26 foot 7 inches. We're going to call it 26 1 3/4. Number 21. 25 foot 2. 25 foot 2. Number 22. 23 foot 2. That was kind of cool. We went from 25 2 to 23 2. 25 2 to 23 2. All right, we're on number 23. Oh, so close, so close. 22 and a half of an inch. So close. 24. We're going to call that 21 3. 21 foot 3 inches. And we're on 25. We're going to call it 25. We're going to be aggressive and we're going to call it 19 foot 10. 19 foot 10 inches. We are on number 26. And I'm getting 18, 7.5. See little things floating on my microphone. I'm afraid to touch them. All right. 16 9. 16 9. 16 foot 9 inches. 4 more for the A. 4 more for the A. 14 6.5. 14 6.5. 14 foot 6.5. Number 29. Number 29 is 11 11. 11 foot 11 inches. Isn't that something like Make-A-Wish?
Yeah.
Make-A-Wish at 11 11. So let's make a wish, everybody. Take a minute and make a wish. Did you make a wish?
Yes.
All right, I made a wish. We can't share the wish. Folks, we have our first whole number. It's unbelievable. At the very end, I mean, this is a record. We had 2 left to go, and we hit a whole number. That's unbelievable on the 7 foot 10. All right. All right, folks, listen, that is everything we needed for the A point. Now we must retract to the B point. And we're probably going to be keeping our tape measure lifted up the whole route here. So while we're setting up our B point, I'm just going to raise it up. We're going to raise it up, folks, raise it up to where we think the top of that patio is, roughly. Imagine there's going to be a small amount of variation, but as long as we're in the ballpark. All right, I'm going to retract my entire line here. All right, we got it. Let's wrap this puppy up. Get a fresh start. It's a pretty cool pool. It's a gunite pool. You know, it's got some nice tile around the edge. The spillover is sort of spilling over to one side. All right. We're going to spin this way. We're locked in. Okay. I think I can open her up all the way to here. And if I open it up just a little bit more, I might have enough slack to make the whole pool like this. It's sort of like the chalk thing. You know, let's have another bet. Did I unroll enough tape to reach this entire pool? I just don't know. My gut tells me there's not enough there. But either way, folks, we're off on the B, 17-3. 17 foot 3, folks. Oh, folks, we made an error. That was .31. We'll write that in. We caught ourselves though. That's a good thing. Almost made a mistake on the 20 foot 8. 20 foot 8 is the actual number, so we're gonna go 20 foot 8 inches. We're on the 2. 20 foot 8 inches. 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 20 foot We're on the 2 for the 24-8. 24 foot 8 inches on the 3. 24 inches on the 3. 28-8. 28-8. 20 foot 8 inches. We're on the 4. We're on the 4 for 31-5. 31 foot 5 inches. We're on the 5. I see that tape measure tightening up. 31, 10 and a half. 31, 10 and a half. 31 foot 10 and a half. Number 6. Number 6, we're calling it, folks, 30 foot 6 3/4. 30 foot 6 3/4. We're on the 7. We're on the 7. Oh, we're going 28 4 1/4. 28 4 1/4. 28 4. I just don't think that's enough tape measure right there. I gotta swing the whole thing around. This is the tricky part. You break it, you buy it. Okay. I'm going to ask Tom a question. Tom, does the tape measure look normal on the rebar there? Okay, great. Perfect. Just want to double check. Okay. We're on 8. And we're shooting 27, 5.5. 27 foot, 5.5. We're on the 9. We're on the 9. 27, 11.5. 27 foot, 11.5. We're on the 10. We're on the 10 for 27, 7 1/4. 27 foot, 7 1/4. We're on the 11. We're on the 11 for 25, 5.5. 25 foot, 5.5. We're on the 12. We're on the 12. 22, 10. 22 foot, 10 inches. We're on the, what is that? Oh, you scared me, buddy. How you doing? Good, good. You're the painter? Yeah. Sir. Okay, we're on the 13. 21, 1 1/4. 21 foot, 1 1/4. We're on the 14. For 19, 11. 19 foot, 11 inches. Those are some nice sliding doors over there, huh, buddy? Nice sliding doors right there. Yeah, yeah. Measuring up for the pool cover. Yep. Shooting a video right now live, so if you don't like the camera, let me know. 15. 15. 18, 8 1/4. 18 foot, 8 1/4. We're on the 16. We're on the 16. 16, 10 3/4. 16 foot, 10 3/4. We're on the 17. We're on the 17. 14, 1 3/4. 14 foot, 1 3/4. We're on the 18. We're on the 18. I think maybe this little section here we should actually lower the tape measure, because this is where we are. All right, folks, we're on the 18. Okay. And I'm getting 11 foot, 7 1/4. 11 foot, 7 1/4. We're on the 19. We're on the 19 for 9. 9 foot even, folks, for number 19. That's great. 7 foot even, folks. 7 foot even. We have back-to-back whole numbers. It's not a record, but it competes. We are at 5 foot, 4 1/4. 5 foot, 4 1/4. We're on the 22. We're on the 22 for 4 foot, 1 1/4. 4 foot, 1 1/4. We are on the 23. 23, Michael Jordan. We are on 4 foot, 8 3/4. 4 foot, 8 and 3/4. We're on the 24. 6'1". 25. 25 is almost back, almost double even numbers. It was almost 7 foot. I have to call it 6 foot 11.5 though. If you guys over at Merlin Industries in New Jersey, Merlin is the name of the company that we get our safety covers from. Merlin, you can also get liners. And I don't know what else. They're going to have to chime in and tell me. They are not sponsoring this video by any means, but I do sponsor them because that's just the way I am. All right, folks, let's continue. Let's focus here. 7 foot 11. 7-Eleven. That's a little plug for 7-Eleven. Let's keep 7-Eleven. Hashtag keep 7-Eleven live. All these 7-Elevens shutting down everywhere. Everybody loves the slushies. Those were Tom's words, not mine. 10 foot 7.5. 10 foot 7.5. We're on the 28. 13, 1 3/4. 13 foot 1 3/4. 2 more, folks. 2 more. Because I already did the 31. 15, 2 1/4. 15, 2 1/4. 15 foot 2 1/4. And number 30, folks. 16, 2 3/4. 16 foot 2 3/4 of an inch. All right, now. So we've done that. Let me just show the page. Maybe Tom can get a good view of the page. All right, that looks pretty good to me. It's a lot of numbers. I hope that was, I don't know, somewhat entertaining. You know, I'm just trying to make things somewhat entertaining for you. All right, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my bucket up on point number 1. And from point number 1, I'm going to measure to point number 5. Then again, I'm going to measure from point number 1 to number 10. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to measure from point number 1. I'm going to measure to point 35. While I'm here, I'm going to measure to point number 13. From number 1, I'm going to measure to point 16. 1 to 16. And lastly, from point number 1, I'm going to go 1 to 26.
So from the B post, why don't you do the hot
I did do the hot tub, Tom.
tub?
Yep. As we were going around, I hit all those numbers. I don't know if anybody picked that up, but Tom doesn't remember me measuring.
From this stake you did it?
From that stake, I measured all the bees. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, I didn't, Tom.
See? I thought you skipped it because last time you did it while you were there. This time you went in order.
See, we pre-planned this because I just want to, you know, we got to make sure that things are done thoroughly, and I just want to show you how smart Tom is, folks, and how important it is to have a guy like that around. He pointed out that I forgot to measure everything around the hot tub. I insisted that I was right, that I already did. And then I went and looked at my page that you people have already seen. And I got caught. Okay? On his second day. Gotta give that guy some props right there, folks. That was on camera, live, for everybody to see. Steve got it pool, made a mistake. Steve got it pool, made a mistake. And luckily, my helper Tom caught it. Oh man. I like that, Tom. 21, 6 3/4. Oh yeah. That part right there, I gotta make a short all by itself. We're gonna call this one 22 foot even, folks. 22 foot even. No, seriously, this was pre-planned. We wanted to make a joke for everybody, so that, we could see, but
Everybody makes mistakes.
how everybody makes mistakes. But the truth of the matter is, we did not pre-plan this. I made a mistake. So we're gonna move on from that, and that's proof in the pudding that maybe I got a good guy working with me right now, and you know that's the way it goes. 27-1.
Ask a lot of questions.
Yeah, yeah. Well, for that one guy that's watching this video wondering if I'm okay without him, I'm okay without you, buddy. 28-2. 27, 7.5. 38. 25-7. And lastly, 39. 23-1. Okay. Thanks, Tom, for catching me on that. We're going to resume. We're going to resume to our cross diagonals. I got all excited about cross diagonals. All right, so I'd like to also give them a few points off of point 19 here. Okay, so we're going to go 19. We'll call it to 16. From 19, we're going to measure to 26. From 19, we're going to go to 31. From 19, we're going to bring her to number 5. Number 5 is alive. Comment if you know what movie that's from. There might be a few questions like that in my videos. All right, 19 to 10. Those are sufficient cross diagonals. Usually I only give them maybe 6 cross diagonals. Here we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 of them. So, but we're just trying to make sure that we're extra thorough. So, to do the cross diagonals, we're going to use my bucket. We're gonna reel in the fish. Oh, we got a unicorn by the neck. Look at that. What do I do? Keep pulling him in? Oh, I got him now. I caught a unicorn. Let's reel him in and put him back. All right. Let's see. All right. Let's unwrap his neck. Poor guy. Jeez. I swear I was not trying to kill the unicorn, everybody. I love unicorns. Okay. We're good there. Let's get our bucket set on point number 1. Let me show you how we do this. We get a bucket full of water out of the pool. Now, if you look at my bucket, I have these hooks, one here, one here. Bolt them in, then we spray Flex Seal, heavy on the inside or on the outside so that it can't leak. Flex Seal does not deserve a plug. Trust me. All right, so I try to line up the holes to the plus sign on the bottom. I'm looking down, straight line, trying to get it really good where it needs to be. Slide my little pole down, make sure it hits my X, which it does. So now I can take my tape measure and I'm going to put it right here on this one, which is slightly, it works out in our favor because everything's kind of slightly elevated there. And I can measure those points that are a little higher up. So let's go with first one, 1 to 5. Coming down. Measuring 1 to 5, 14.3. 14 foot, 3 inches. Now we're going to go 1 to 10. I still can't believe I hooked that unicorn like that. It's unbelievable. Never hooked a unicorn, ever. 22 foot 4. 1 to 35. I gotta say I'm sorry. This might be a little awkward, folks, but you know, I'm sorry. 1 to 35. We're just gonna call it 31 foot even. Do you forgive me? All right. 1 to 13. I don't know. From that side of the unicorn, I was looking at a smiley face, so I think everything's okay, folks. I'm forgiven. The unicorn forgives me. 23, 2 3/4. 23 foot, 2 3/4. 1 to 16. I mean, come on, folks. This isn't a little ironic. You're seeing a pineapple floaty and a unicorn floaty. Come on. 1 to 16. Wow, 27 foot even, folks. Let me look back and retract to my paperwork here. I thought we had an even 27, but it was an even 22. Okay. 1 to 26. I think I'm going to add one in here. 1 to 19. This is one I'm adding in. Because 1 to 19 are essentially my AB points now that I'm measuring my cross diagonals from. So it's important to give that measurement in between the two. So that's why I added that one in there. And what I'm getting when I read it is pretty close to 24 foot. So now when they draw the pool up, some of my cross diagonals might be off. You know, they're not going to be dead on. The idea is you're looking to be like within a ½ inch or, you know, close. You're looking to be, they call it looking to be in the ballpark with the majority of the cross diagonals. So that's how that works. 1511. And that is the last one from point 16. Now, I think instead of carrying that bucket over there, I'm going to dump it here and re-get the bucket over here. You know, I'm not going to lie, I lifted up a liner yesterday in yesterday's video, the grotto pool. Lifting up that liner, whew, that was heavy. But somewhere out of nowhere, the Incredible Hulk came and helped me get that liner out of there. I appreciate that. Okay, we're on number 19, guys and girls, and all others. We love you all. It's just sometimes out here, you know, it's tough, you know, as a construction worker, you know, we there's certain words that we all kind of use with each other, you know, like buddy, hey buddy, you know, I call everybody buddy, but you know, it's hey, what's up, guys? How y'all guys doing? You know, stuff like that. I don't mean it any other way, I swear. Okay. I say, yeah. Tom says, hey, brother. I hear bro, brother. I hear that all a lot. 8 foot 1 1/4. My brother passed away 2 years ago, and he was 34 from kidney disease. So that's the only reason I don't use brother a lot. So we're looking for 19 to 31. Let's see, 1911. Okay. Yeah, 16 we're looking for. 16 and 19 to 5. Okay.
That was the second 1911.
31.9. 31.9. So Tom just pointed out that there was a second 1511 in this, or 1911. I see it right here. Point 14B. So if you go back to the video and you look up when I was measuring 14B, it was 1911. And 19 to 31 was 1911. That's good. See? Another person that likes numbers. There's something about it. My grandfather was an accountant for the Travelers. Pretty much started with the company. And he was great with numbers. Great with numbers. 22, 7.5. Okay, 19 to 16 is the last one we're looking for here, folks. Oh, I'm hooked on the pineapple now. Oh, jeez. Again, let's get the pineapple out of the way. We don't like the pineapple. Okay. 8 foot, 2.5. Okay, this is literally the last measurement. 8 foot, 2.5, right? So let me just show you my cross diagonal page. If there's some of you that are really into numbers and you're able to look at my paperwork and the number that I was saying is not comparable to the number that I wrote on my page or my page is, definitely would appreciate a catch on that one, as my helper Tom caught me. I feel like I would have caught that at some point though, you know, probably not. Or Jesse would have called me and I would have had to come out and remeasure the pool and we would have done a video on that and that would have been hilarious. But this is, you know, folks, how long are we into this video now? What does it say there?
52 minutes.
Oh wow, that's almost an hour.
Yep.
So you know, if you watched me during this video, let's recap and talk about what you learned. You learned how to make your AB points. You learned what your AB points are. You learned where to put your AB points. And there's one more measurement that folks that we got to take, and that is the height of the elevation change. So we just grab my 25-foot tape measure here, measure it here. It's, you know, 5.5, 6 inches. Same thing, 5.5, 6 inches. Measure it here, closer to 5. Then we'll measure it here. It's like 6. So I think we're going to call the height of the patio 6 inches. So if you remember on my drawing, I made a little spot for that on my drawing. We can go back to that. So basically the height change right here, 6 inches. Height change right here, 6 inches. We'll write concrete patio. Okay. Concrete patio. So they know that everything's concrete. And that's my drawing right there. Okay. Of course, we have my number page if you need to see that one more time. Filled in properly. Okay. That's it, guys and girls and ladies. And all else in between. Pineapples and unicorns. He-Man and Skeletors. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope I somewhat entertained you in this video. I hope I was informative. As always, guys, Steve Got It Pool. Thank you very much. Have a good day.